G'day and welcome to the NBL1 show for another week. So much great basketball happening right across our conferences. My name's Joel Peterson, joined by National Finals MVP Beck Cole. Hello, Beck. There's plenty to take in as we get toward this Easter period. A few less games at this time, but some of what we've seen last weekend was absolutely spectacular.
It was insane, and I cannot wait to dive into it.
Absolutely. We're going to start overseas with an NBL1 connection, which we love, right at the top of world basketball. In the WNBA, Georgia Amoore taken pick number 6 by the Washington Mystics during the week, who, of course, started her career playing for the Ballarat Miners in the NBL1. She gave us some great moments while we had her. It was only fleeting, but it's great to see someone doing such great things on the international stage now.
It is. It's amazing to see juniors going into their senior career. She had the likes of NBL1 to help get in her groove, build her toolbox, as we like to say. And then she just got drafted number 6. And she was just dressed by NBA star Russell Westbrook. So I'm like, what a collab. She's just shining right now, and I cannot wait to see her in the WNBA this season.
Absolutely. The Ballarat heritage runs so rich with Georgia Amoore. She's playing at the old stadium there as well with the little behind-the-back dribble at mid-court. So that's back at the Minor Dome. That's not at Selkirk, which is the new venue. So she's been doing it for a while, proudly representing that community, which is great to see. We spoke right off the top about some of the insane action we saw across the course of the weekend. We had 2 game winners in the NBL1 South as well recently. Kai Savage is the first of those. So Northwest Tassie against Kilsyth, you see here, down by 3 with 4 seconds left. That is nice. Bank called window as well, Beck.
Bank is open, but definitely savage by name, savage by nature,
Yes.
That is for sure. But what I love, Coach Armstrong would have not been happier. You run up a play and your team actually does it to perfection. So nail in the coffin.
And then Deng Dut with that for Keilor against Frankston, which was very nice indeed. So put them up to the good late. I think I counted across the 4 conferences, 16 games decided by 5 points or less. It's an arbitrary measure, but it means a lot of games were close. And then Sunday in the South, 4 games decided by a total of 8 points across men's and women's, which is crazy.
And isn't that why we love the NBL1? The competition is just growing. The level of talent we have is just building each season. And isn't that what we live for as fans? We want to see these close games and we want to see these amazing game winners.
Absolutely we do. So that was some really awesome stuff right off the top. Now let's get into Did You See That? Now, we've already had a couple of highlights before we jump in here, which is a really nice way to start. Aspen Williston. So we've featured the Eastern Mavs a couple of times in the NBL1 Central so far this season. Had an outrageous block the other day, Beck. This was huge.
She sure did. She's another one I think can seemingly transition into volleyball, but great split line help. She came across, smacked that back into the crowd, and again, impressive. You heard the crowd absolutely loved it, as did she.
Yeah, absolutely. And why not when you're doing things like that? Her and Morgan Yeager have been a great combination in the early part of the season. Out at Mandurah, they played Lakeside in the West over the weekend, and Jacori Ely. You said off there, Beck, this was naughty. It was filthy. It was all kinds. This is a very, very nice move with the windmill explosion to the cup.
Honestly, don't we all wish we could do a windmill dunk? And what I love is the flex after, and why not? You earned that.
Yeah, absolutely. And one that I spotted, our clubs are having some great fun on social media. I don't know whether you've seen this Mattel trend that's coming out where people are being posted like the figurines. You can see here the Northwest Tassie Thunder have done it. I've got some questions. Archie Woodhill, fair enough. You've got a hairbrush, those magnificent locks. I understand it. Why has Trey Armstrong got a pillow? Why does he need the pillow in his... What's the thought there, Beck? Is he
Maybe he's a big napper. Maybe he can sleep anywhere, be it car, aeroplane, maybe at the stadium, who knows. Maybe he's just someone who can nap like that in order to get the best out of himself.
And our game winner here, Kai Savage, he's gone for the Skittles and the chewing gum. Not at the same time, Kai, ideally, but when you hit game winners like you did earlier, you can do pretty much whatever you want. So I don't know whether you've jumped on this trend, but I don't know that I'd be too pleased if I got the pillow in. A basketball, a pillow, a coffee and some shoes, it's not the best. It's not the best combo in the accessories pack, Beck.
To be honest, I feel like that's just giving classic athlete. We always are playing basketball and then we always just sleep and have caffeine to get us through the day, and we need some sweet kicks while we're at it.
So why not? So maybe a little bit more understandable for Trey Armstrong. That was some good fun from the Northwest Tassie Thunder. Let's head over to the Scout. So this is where we want to keep an eye on those doing really good things across the course of our competition. A couple of names to watch and a couple of people to put in your black books. Just jump into the app, make sure you put their game in the calendar this week and see what they are up to. One who has captured my attention and much of the NBL1 Central is Liv Levicki, who, of course, we knew as Liv Thompson and through her WNBL days with Melbourne, with the AIS, with Adelaide. She's back now with West Adelaide, absolutely lighting up the NBL1 Central, Beck. People are familiar with her game, know what she can do, and she is doing that and more at the moment.
It really is. It's so great to see Liv back on the basketball court. I played with her at the AIS down in Canberra, as well as the Melbourne Boomers, and she was just athletic. She was a menace on the defensive end. Her length, being able to get steals, she could get to the rim, and her release on her jump shot was just so high. So what I love is she went away, she went to the AFLW with Port Adelaide, and I think that would just really help with her strength. So now she's going to be bringing physicality as well as that athleticism, and I'm not surprised she's killing it in the Central.
Yeah, absolutely. She's always had that really soft touch on that little turnaround jump shot, which was the trademark of her game offensively for such a long time, but she's adding a lot to that now, which has seen her have some real success. And she's got someone with her there at West Adelaide on the men's side of things in Keanu Rasmussen, who's coming off a strong season with the Adelaide 36ers and he's doing nice things. He started for Mike Wells during that campaign and clearly has taken a lot of confidence into the NBL1 Central.
It really has. He was getting some minutes there at the 36ers. Now he's obviously bringing that confidence into this league, and he just wants to keep growing, put his best foot forward so the opportunities for him can be limitless, and he is doing exactly that.
He started for the 36ers in the middle of the season. He provides that defensive pressure. He's really, really athletic, as you see with finishes like that. So for Keanu Rasmussen, if he can continue this kind of form, doing things like that as he soars to the cup there, that should be a very nice watch over the course of the season in the NBL1 Central, and then maybe with NBL opportunities off the back of that. Someone who's taken a good chunk of NBL opportunities into the NBL1 season is Elijah Pepper, who started his season with 50, Beck. And we thought that was pretty impressive. And he said, no, just hold my drink, because I've got 51 more for you in the second game of the season. So 50 and 51 to start the campaign. Just incredible numbers from this man.
3 words, go off Pepper. Honestly, so good. And what I love is just where his mentality is right now. His shot release is so quick. He hits 9 3-pointers in this game again, which is insane. And he's shooting with confidence. He's not even thinking, it's unconscious. And honestly, keep going to him, guys, till the well goes dry.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we know that he's got Todd Withers, who we spoke about last week, on that same team at the moment, who is a very nice decoy to have in this Warwick lineup, because, I mean, when you've got someone like Elijah Pepper, first play of the next game, you're just getting him the ball. It's just heat check time as soon as he walks onto the floor.
It really is. And like we see here, there are hands in his face. His release is so quick, but he knows it's going in as soon as it leaves his hand. And when you're playing with that much confidence, stepping right into that shot, it feels like a breeze, and that rim must look like a hula hoop to him.
Yeah, absolutely. We knew he was set for a big season coming off his campaign with the Perth Wildcats, and we caught up with him pre-season.
My name's Elijah Pepper. I play for the Warwick Senators. Favorite thing about Perth? Probably the beaches. The beaches are, I think, some of the best in the world. Most famous person, my contact list, I might have to, can I check? I might have to scroll through this a little bit. It's not anything crazy. I want to say Jamal Crawford, NBA legend. Yeah, I've done some basketball and camps with him and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's decent, I'd say. Watch NBL1 live, free on KO Freebies.
So great to see Elijah Pepper doing some really extraordinary things at the start of the NBL1 West campaign with the Warwick Senators. One of the better stories that came to light this week, Beck, and it's a really unique story in the world of Australian basketball, is that of Tom Wilson, who has plied his trade in the NBL. He then went and plied his trade for Collingwood in the AFL, came back to the Melbourne Tigers, has now worked his way onto Melbourne United's roster as a signing for the upcoming NBL season. It's a testament to hard work, perseverance, and the talent that this man possesses.
It really is. I'm so happy for Tom. When I go train out at MSAC, I always see him there as well with the Tigers boys, training, getting shots up, putting in the extra work, and I know this is something he really wanted, and he is unbelievably talented. And for him to really get that United rostered spot, that would be amazing. And like you said, a testament to hard work. And I really think there's room for him on that team with Cameron and Delhi now leaving. And he's producing goods under Gazy. What a coach to be coached by. But isn't this just great, showing that doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, but the NBL1 is a place where you can grow, get better, be seen, and also reach potential goals that you still have.
Yeah, and it's a great point, because the pathway exists for the likes of a Georgia Amoore, who's coming right up from the very start of their career, and then someone like a Tom Wilson, who, you know, we can see have more opportunities. Then you've got players who've done good things at NBL level, come back and, you know, the Elijah Peppers, the Will Hickeys, and sort of can further their skill set. So there really is a place for every type of person on their journey in their career in this competition.
There really is. When you, I guess, are at that elite level, say you're NBL or WNBL, this is a time where you can work on your skills that in games that you wouldn't be doing in game at that level. And then for those younger generations, this is a time for you to get minutes, learn from some of the best and your vets. So it is such a great space to be a part of in the NBL1.
Absolutely. So well done to Tom Wilson and to the Melbourne Tigers as well. Let's take a look at our top 5 men's and women's plays, thanks to Amy.
Here we go. Dutt gets over the timeline with 5 on the clock. Dutt's going to go one-on-one against Harris. Pulls up for 3. Dutt makes the 3. 3.3 on the clock. Frankston looked to call a timeout. Little circus basketball kept it alive. Oh, great pass to find Harris, but no, it was Box, sorry. He couldn't quite handle it. Ding Dutt the other way. Oh, great pass to find Foster underneath.
I think because of the way Freeman's backing out and Dimitropoulos not really impeded in his movement. Up to Ely, down to Ely. Whoa, my goodness.
So, Woodhill, 3, 2, 1, Savage. Goal again! Kai Savage banks it in for 3! Catch him if you can! The Northwest Thunder win. Heartbreak for the Killside Cobras, but for the Thunder.
Final shot of the game. Malone presses up on him. Justin Johnson puts the cross on Kayla Malone. Oh! It's a 2, I believe.
Kadee. Oh, stop it, Jason. Oh, and Hayden blankly responds.
My goodness, 24 points on 47% shooting, 5 rebounds and 5 assists. And another turnover. Here we go.
Oh,
a windmill jam. There it is.
Malone fighting by the screen. Oh, Forbes, airborne!
Late shot clock play, pushes Tron out the way, dishes to McNamara.
Fighting for it.
Oh my goodness.
Big rebound, Baxter.
There's definitely a gap in the defence of Ringwood in those corners that they need to take care of.
Gandolfo, great find. Baxter hesitates. Blocked by Tomasi.
Oh, look out. He's going all the way.
He wants to go himself. He deposits. And a block is called. Count the points and 1. Josh
Curtin staying aggressive. Good signs for the Comets.
Oh, yeah. What? The hook pass.
Yeah, sets Yeomans up on the slash.
That's a top 10 play. That's ridiculous. Getting the wraparound.
Perini holding it up now. Swarm double team forces the shot up, and that just falls in the hands of Jesse Mahal. I wonder if that's going to be still.
Pull-up pass to Kira Hudson. How did she do it? Huh. Vision goggles.
Why Jesse Mahal is such a potent weapon on offense.
Shooter's got to shoot. If it's a good shot and you practice it, why not?
Oh, and Anderson in the corner. Didn't get a clean pass, but still wide open and hits that one down. Piper Anderson's like, thank God it finally dropped.
will have the ball. 3.6 seconds into Dodman. Dodman's going to have to put it up. She wants to draw the foul. She banks it off the window. And Dodman wins it for the Tigers.
Knew there was no one free, knew it had to be her, banks it off the glass and wins the game for the Tigers.
Sharp surveying her options on the 45. She's defended well for now. Wheels, deals, gets that one up and...
So that's our top 5 men's and women's plays, thanks to Amy for this week in the NBL1. We're loving getting to know some of our players via Q&As on the social media of recent times. Are we seeing one from Waverley anytime soon? A little Q&A to get to know some of the Falcons girls, Beck?
We're ready. We're waiting. Happy for everyone to get to know the Falcons.
We look forward to seeing that in the next couple of weeks. In the meantime, here's the crew at Joondalup in the NBL1 West. They're men answering some curly questions.
Hardest import I've had to guard is probably Devondrick Walker. I'm probably going to make some other imports mad, but that's probably the first person I can think of.
Worst basketball fashion gripe? Black shoes, white socks? Yeah, yeah, it's got to be black shoes, white socks.
I was like, I don't know if I can answer that. Next question. Next question. No budget involved.
Kobe Crunches for sure.
I reckon I've already played in these, but probably the Bruce Lee 5s, which I've already had. So I've probably played in my dream pair of basketball shoes, I'd say. 64. And I was probably like 13 years old. Literally shot the ball every time I touched it. So yeah, it was just a lucky night.
Thanks for watching the NBL1 show. Enjoy the rest of your KO freebie stream.
Let's go Wolves!
Let's go Wolves!
Yes, sir!
So good stuff from the crew out at Joondalup, and hopefully we see more of that coming throughout the course of the season. Some really fine work as well from Rockingham out in the West. They've done some good things. We know Isaac White is there in their men's program, but they had a little teaser on social media of an upcoming signing this week. Take a look.
Big bands, whoa, whoa, flex up, stretch out. Big bands, whoa, whoa, flex up, stretch out. Big band, whoa, whoa, flex up.
So then you're left wondering, Beck, well, who could this be? And then in the end, it's Chelsea Perry. So WNBA experience comes with a lot of experience and will really help solidify that Rockingham lineup.
I loved this video, the music, the video in general. It left me with my jaw dropped and just on the tip of my toes waiting for 5 p.m. last night. So it's so great to see this sort of talent coming into this league, and it just shows that it's growing. We have people who are making the WNBA like Georgia Amoore, then we have people who have played there. It's so great to see, and like I said, the level of competition is just growing and building, and I love the amount of talent that we just have in this league right now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so exciting and great to see more and more getting added all the time. That's all for us here on the NBL1 show. As always, thanks to you, Beck Cole. Good to see you.
Oh, always good to see you, JP.
Looking forward to seeing you back on the floor sometime soon. Thanks for your company as well. Enjoy your Easter weekend and your KO Game of the Week.